this video we're going to look at how to create and then use trigger links. So as it says here, trigger links allow you to put links into your messages, your emails that track specific customer information really, based on who clicks on the link and who's been sent the link, right? So in other words, what it does, the effect ultimately is you can send someone something like a calendar link, and when it asks for their information, it'll automatically fill their information into the calendar, right? So here's an example of how this works. So we're going to create one from scratch here to show you how this works. So I'm going to add a new link, and we're going to call it tutorial calendar link. Okay, I'm not going to put anything in there. I'll show you how we create this in a minute. So we're going to save that, and what I want this to be, I didn't like that because I didn't put a link in. Okay, all right. We'll come back to that. What I'm going to do is we're going to get two bits of information to make a special type of link. Okay, so I'm going to get a calendar link. So I'm going to go into my calendars. Sorry, I'm going to go into settings, and then I find my calendars in settings, and I have a demo calendar here. Now I'm going to hit this link button here, which is going to open the actual calendar. But also what it's going to give me is the link in the URL. So you may not be able to see it on the video. I'll just bring it down into view. So you can see this just here. I'm copying the URL from the link. Okay, if I bring this up a bit. The other way to have done this, sorry, would have been if I went in here and I right-clicked on this and copied the link. No, it won't let me do it. Okay. All right, so you click that, copy the URL, and then that will give you part of the information that you need. So if I go back in here, if I went back to my trigger links and I added a link, and I said it's my tutorial trigger link here, and you might call that your calendar name and the link, and I paste that in. What that'll do is anytime I put that link in somewhere, which I'll show you in a minute, it will put that in. Now, that won't actually put any custom information in, so there's a special bit of code that you can put in here. So I'm going to drag this over here because you'll find this in the text of this help library, this exact information here. So if you're using a standard calendar, like you haven't added a custom form, then the standard fields that it asks for is first name, last name, email, and phone number. Right? So that's what you would add to it. Now, if you've customized the calendar, so for example, you're using full name, then you can make some additional changes here, right? So it depends what you've set up. I'm going to keep this really basic. If you're just using a standard calendar but you want the information pre-filled out, you're going to copy this little bit, this script here we'll call it. We're going to copy that, and we're going to put it on the end of this calendar link. So I'm just going to paste it here. Okay, so there's the whole link. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all of that, and I'm going to put it into a new tab just to test that it works. So I choose an appointment time, and see it goes contact email, contact phone. Now see, in this case, this calendar is actually set up for full name, which was that other bit of script I showed you. So for me, I actually need to use this. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go back into that link here, and I'm going to change from the and symbol. I'm going to put that in. Now I'm going to copy this again, so I can test it. So I'll paste it back in. I know this is just above the video. I'm going to select the date. See, it says contact name, contact email, contact phone. So it's working basically. So now I can go back. I know this is good. I'm going to save that. And what it means is I can now go into a campaign. I'll just find one here and then come back. Okay, so here's an example campaign newsletter, and I could, in this view here, I could edit this and put in here, click here, oops, to book. I could select that text, I could hit link, and I get the trigger link from the link list, tutorial trigger link, right? And see, it puts this fancy bit of code in here, right? And I can go okay. Now if someone clicks that, it'll open up the booking form and they won't have to put their information in because it'll pull it from their contact record. Very, very cool. Note that if you're using it for an SMS, you won't be able to link text. You can't do that in SMS, but you can still use a trigger link by selecting it here, and what it does is it just puts the link in It'll actually come up, it won't come up exactly like this. It does put it in as a shortened Google link type thing. But either way, they'll be able to, you can send it, test it. It'll autofill their details when they actually go to book that appointment.